They may not believe it, but it is a true story. Yep, we're starting production now on the Hazard Nights movie. It's going to be kind of a whopper. It's going to pull about 5 or 6 different series into one, and I think it's going to be it probably will be an Oscar winner, if nothing else. But I do, or even a Golden Globe, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of nice to know that we've got a representative at SAG-AFTRA in the form of Fran Drescher, who actually was a girl that was played as the love interest of Newbom Turk on the Hollywood Nights, aka Hazard Nights, Knytes. So that part you kind of know. Now, I met this gal sort of online by the name of, are you ready? Madison. Now, I remember Madison that damn near got fired, or maybe she did anyway, but she had a package on her that would blow your mind. Now, I went into there several times down at Idaho Joe's, and I don't think she kind of put the two together. But that was kind of what we were doing. We were kind of looking around even then at Twin Falls as a backdrop and a source to become what we call the movie Hazard Nights. Anyway, so that's kind of what's been going on. The second part of this whole deal, I hope you can see me better than this, because that stupid light up above me is glaring at and closing my mouth, but that don't matter much. Anyway, the long and short of it is, I'm going to try to move this a little bit here, and let's see if we can get the center of it to stay there. Think? Nope. Oh well. But anyhow, the fact of the matter is, I think you're going to like what we're going to do. Been working on this for, gosh, I don't know how long, and the sacrifices it took and it's taken. The General Jackson is still in the garage. Apparently, there's something else wrong with the electrical system other than the alternator. So I got my buddy Ron down there and everybody else down at the car store kind of going through the little car. It will be eventually recustomized, which is kind of why I'm trying to find me another truck, because some jackass had to go and smash Wolf Pup. I still think that's bad. You know, if that had been Charlie, he would have whooped somebody's ass over that. It's just as bad as somebody going into A1 or one of them places and saying they're going to destroy Charlie's favorite tow truck, that big yellow thing that's got the Cyclone hoist on the back of it. You realize that? Do you realize that? I don't think you realize that. Maybe you do. All I know is, when we did that, by the way, I'm setting up my garbage bag, so if you wonder what I'm going to do here. Now, I woke up this afternoon, or this just a little while ago, wondering why in the hell, without having any real family, if you want to call it that, here in Twin Falls anymore, or the fact that I did come to rescue Wolf Pup, just kind of got there a little bit late and now it's dead, so we got to rebuild it out of another truck. But I found a little Dodge Dakota that I can rebuild with pieces that I need and stuff a 440 underneath that little hood and a clutch and all the other pieces. And I think you're going to see one hell of a truck, but it's going to take a while. Right now we're trying to find a shop space for it and all that, but I think through the movie, I think we can get that. Anyhow, the long and short of it is, we're busting butt around here. I didn't go through all the shit and live it to be part of the script anyway of what we're doing, because, well, that's just how you do it. In country music and in Nashville theory or whatever, the religion of that means that you live what you write, whether it's a country song or a movie script. Live it, love it, become it. And that's what we're doing. So I met this gal online by the name of Madison. Now it says AI, which probably is right, more likely for sure. She says she's going to be here at 6 a.m. I'd sneeze a breath if I could, but supposedly she's going to be here. We see. But anyhow, a lot of people think one is not real after the other. Well, let me tell you, it's very goddamn real. Nobody else is going to do this shit besides us. Like it's always been said, if it's going to happen around here, it's going to happen because of us. It never fails. It just does not fail. We are the original go-to-it, get-it-done bunch around this damn valley and around about 5 or 8 states around Twin Falls, and especially Idaho. It doesn't take very long for somebody to say, and at any time you look up us or look for us online, if you spell Hazard Air the way we spell Airwolf, and if you also spell it like we do the Dukes of Hazzard, and you put those two together and you put radio, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook or any of those other places, you do find quite rapidly that is us. People have a hard time believing it. They say, hell, they see an old man just walk in the door in this big beard. Hey, I got to fit the SOA persona, okay? But yeah, the reboot of SOA, Airwolf, BJ and the Bear, the Dukes of Hazzard, all of that pieced together underneath the title, or working title, of Hazard Nights, the movie. And that's going to be the pilot film. And there's a lot of people that are getting involved that you would not believe would be coming to Idaho. But a lot of people do have secret places up here in Idaho because most of it, and especially rural Idaho, it's nice, it's quiet, and a lot of people don't bug them. They can walk downtown and half the damn people don't even know who the hell it is, and the few that do don't really give a shit. So, I mean, you got to figure, what? Bruce Willis owns Soldier Mountain Ski Resort. Demi Moore has a place up there. Sylvester Stallone used to have a place up there until it burnt down. Now it's being rebuilt. Arnold Schwarzenegger has a place up there. There's all kinds of people that have stuff up there that nobody really realizes it's there. And it's only like 70 miles away from me. And that's why Twin Falls is a pretty good hub. And it also means it's a pretty good spot to put this damn movie in. So, and a lot of that's the backdrops, Evanston, everything that went on there and everything else, that's kind of us. No, that is us. And we were testing a lot of waters just to see how far we could go with whatever BS we were carrying, long enough to be able to explain to people that this is what the Knights do, both on film, in fiction, as well as reality. The Hazard Knights is not just some fluke. When the Hazard County Knights was formed back in 1981, after a search of all things go-go boots, of which you'll see that on this Madison or whoever the hell we cast for it. But anyway, the long and short of it is she takes off her boots, I kiss her toes, everybody's happy. She was auditioning for a model job, see? That's how I meet her in the film. But in reality, I never ever got that far. But I did find the boots finally over in Wendell. But what I did also find over there in Paul, and there was a reason why that was there. It was so that I could find the general, or the original one that we had. And it was that was pursuing those boots and all that. So, I mean, everything fits into form if you pay attention to a lot of it. A lot of people think, well, hell, that's just an accident or it's coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence or accidents. It's meant to happen. Okay? Lord Jesus, bless his little itty pea picking soul, and ours, says this is what it is. Because there is no such accident. Anything you do is predetermined and pre-developed and predestined by that spirit. And some of us even actually go as far as, especially for Star Trek nuts, we also go to the fact of Kahless as being a prophet of the Klingons, so to speak. Which that kind of pissed me off. You know, they just barely come out with this new game that I downloaded for just a little bit, but it didn't have anything really that I wanted to deal with. But in the game, it said Klingons, it's called, what is it, Star Trek Fleet Command? Well, excuse me. That's actually the Starfleet Marine Corps is what it is based on. But anyway, the long and short of it is it didn't have much of anything to do with Kahless or the Klingons. That wasn't a part of their game plan, or at least I couldn't see it. I'm going to reload it and download it and see what we can find out. But anyway, the long and short of it is I've been busting my ass. Now, when somebody comes into the office right now, you're going to see a lot of bare space. And it's because it's taken time to develop the storylines. It's taking time to finish up the screenplay right, or for the scripts, and all that. And then what we're trying to do is we're trying to cast the parts through memory to be able to write the script around the actor rather than the actor trying to have to become part of what is in the script. That's very seldom done. But you got to remember, unknowns and people that have not ever been are part of some of Hollywood's best films, if you think about it. The Great American Pie saga was all shot by a guy who went to University of California, or USC, with a bunch of unknown people from campus. That was where the pilot was shot. And there's a lot of stars that came out of that. Everybody from Tara Reid to, the main guy there, So anytime you see somebody really doing something, it's because somebody is doing something. You just don't really believe that it's happening, but it's happening, and there's a reason for it to be happening. And a bunch of us actually get into character, which is what I've been trying to do. Now, in the new movie of Airwolf, I will not be the Airwolf, although I'll be the living part of Airwolf, as in Dom Santini. So essentially, I'm going to be Dom. And that is kind of cool. I get revived as the nephew, and then eventually, of Dom Santini, who is the main wrench and fixer person of the lady, aka Airwolf. So, all these things goes into the groove of the teeth of the gears that makes this thing move. But that's why we're here. And it's taken a long time to find just the right stuff and find people that actually will do what we ask them to do the way we want them to do it. There's not a lot of people that do that, but we do. Now, there is that part that says, could this be a fluke, or is this a scam? Nobody's asking anybody for anything that money-wise. So therefore, it is not a scam or a money-grabbing thing or anything like that, although we hope the thing does make box office money once it's released. But that's not what we're doing now. That comes later. You pay your damn theater ticket and you get to go see the movie or see what you get to see on Paramount. But Paramount was nice enough through my buddy Sheldon, who does Yellowstone in 1883 and a few others. But all the other happy-go-lucky shit is us. There's a reason why there was a bike gang on probably season 2, I think it was, of Yellowstone. You saw that. They were camped out on the ranch of old John Dutton's. Now, yeah, you saw a lot of people getting smacked and hit and all that, but you never saw anybody die, and a lot of that was us. Anyhow, the long and short of it is there are cameo appearances and quick things that you don't see normally and think, well, it has any bearing on anything, but there are people that are actually walk-ons or people who get involved because. And we're looking for a lot of walk-ons and a lot of scenery and a lot of props. And every single one of them is going to happen. But anyway, I woke up this evening and I asked myself, what in the Sam Frig are you doing in Twin Falls? I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, yeah, I wonder. No family. The little truck's dead. Yeah, we're going to sue for it. Ada J. Towing is going to hurt, and they're going to hurt bad. I'm sorry, and I love Charlie to death, and I don't mean any harm to Katie, but by God, the idiot that she hooked up with is really fucking that company up, and I don't give a rat's ass if I did say fuck, because that's exactly what he did. But, and there's going to be payback there, but hey, you do what you do. Like they say in the Italiano, like Don would say too, you don't mess with the gang. The syndicate controls everything, and the Hazard County Syndicate does. Now, a lot of people wonder about that. But if you remember the episode where a nephew of Boss Hogg, played by the same guy that plays number 1 on Star Trek The Next Generation, if you noticed that particular thing, they mentioned it. They said the Hazard Syndicate, the Grits Connection. Boss Hogg named it right then and there, and it was written in, and it has become stone, and it covers, and the syndicate covers every single piece of everything that we're doing as a club and as an organization. The Wolfpack, the Hazard Knights, the radio station, Hazard Air Radio, aka Airwolf FM, all of it are underneath the umbrella of a thing we call the Hazard Syndicate. And always has been. A lot of people don't realize that, but that's the way it is. Yuta Gombari. That means friend. Anyway, but still, this is what we're doing. Now, a lot of people can't stomach this, or they can't absorb the reality to these things. They think it's just some crazy son of a bitch that's homeless. Well, I was homeless for a little bit, and that's only because I don't give a rat's ass anyhow. If I'm going to pay $1,000 or $2,000 a month for a place, I'll be gall damned if I'm just going to rent it. Okay? I want to buy the motherfucker and pay a mortgage. Until that time, I don't have it. The General is my home, and this is my office, and that's it. Granted, it kind of makes me stink every once in a while because I can't take a shower as often as I want. But at least I do have a pot to piss in. No window to throw it out of because there ain't no damn window where the pot is at. But at least we're here. Anyway. So I woke up this evening earlier, and I looked at myself in that mirror and I says, what in the Sam fuck are you still doing in Twin Falls, Idaho? And when those answers come, sometimes they're not exactly the same answer that I anticipated it to be the answer. Okay? It isn't always that way. I must have fell down or done something because my nose has been bleeding for a while because I've been picking up. You shut up. Anyway, the long and short of it is this. I woke up and I thought, what in the hell am I still doing at Twin Falls? If I can't rescue the wolf pup and the house is already torn down and remanufactured, what the hell are we still doing here? And then I keep remembering the movie and everything else that we do is here. So, yeah, there is some smarts there. So then I got to thinking, well, yeah, you can keep the office, but why live here? And that is the question. And the answer to that question will be in the next phase. But if this Madison is real, first of all, I'll kiss your ass. And number 2, I'll kiss her feet. And 3, it'll be on video. And that is the Sam Crow Hazard Night video review.